I need a job. This is what unemployed graduates are calling for, that they need a job. All right, they have graduated from university, they have degrees, they have spent the time, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years studying, putting their money and their work into getting a degree to graduate, and then there's no job. So are these people lazy because they're unemployed? I mean, this is the argument, isn't it? That everyone is lazy, that doesn't have an income, that doesn't have pay, because they're not working as hard as those of us that do have an income. So they must be lazy because they don't have an income. It's like this general thing that the human race have, that if someone doesn't have an income, it means they're lazy. If someone does have an income, it means they're hard-working citizens. Yet here's graduates that spend the time, the resources, the work, everything to get a degree, to graduate from university, and then, well, there's just no jobs. There's no jobs available for whatever you studied in. And this is for millions upon millions of people globally. So now we get to the universal basic income idea, where we give money to people from birth till death to have a dignified life. Because this is the case globally. People that even have degrees cannot find jobs because there just isn't jobs. And with the future that is in our hands currently and coming, robots will be taking a lot of these jobs that people are graduating for. What is the solution from the governments? Well, they say everyone must become artisans. That means you must do skilled work, your own work with your own hands, such as becoming a carpenter or painting, or I don't know what you can do, but you don't need that many artisans for the current system that exists, because you have already factories, you have already machines, all the jobs and positions already taken. So what is the government solution? They don't have one except a universal basic income. It's literally the only voice that is not being heard. The only solution is not being heard because of how we currently structurally control everything. So, a universal basic income is a solution for all these people in the world that spend the time, the hard work to study, to get degrees, to graduate, and then there just simply isn't jobs. In South Africa alone, you have 6 million people unemployed that can be employed. Most of them has graduated. Can't call them lazy and say we're not just gonna give them money. I mean, there just isn't jobs for them. They're willing to work, otherwise they wouldn't have studied. But there isn't. Some of them are parents by that time because they were expecting the system to provide afterwards that they will have a job and an income. But now they don't. So universal basic income is becoming more and more the solution. Will we get over our fairness and unfairness points? Will we get over our superiority complexes that we have of who should get what and what not? And just start caring about life, caring about people, caring about our planet, caring about having heaven on earth instead of voting for hell through how we believe everything must work in a fair way. I mean, these graduates have all degrees now. If we give them a universal basic income to live off, they can provide for their families and they can give service to society because now they have money. They don't need to worry about a job, even though they graduated. So at least we know they're educated people, and you can put them to services for your country. They can do admin work, they can do things for free, but they're getting a universal basic income, so it's not for free. And they dedicated a certain amount of time of their life to society, and you know that they are taken care of, and you're taken care of equally. There's so many solutions within a universal basic income, and it will solve so many problems because these graduates are actually striking now. They're creating chaos. because they're frustrated, they're angry, they are in despair, they are stressed, they're anxious. So violence is the next solution. And if you, as a hardworking citizen, has an income, don't give a universal basic income to others just because you believe it's wrong, well, more and more people is going to start becoming violent, and then your hard work life might just collapse due to violence, death, murder, torture, rape, because of the unemployment rate rising. So you'll have no job in the end. You'll have no life in the end if this continues. So we need a universal basic income. It will solve and secure many problems.